Oh. Oh.
Apparently.
Girl, welcome back, everybody, to season 4 of the Problematic Podcast. I am your friendly neighborhood co-host, Rita, with my friendly favorite neighborhood co-host, Whitney. Oh my God, Whitney, I missed you so much.
I missed you so much, my friend. How are you?
I am fantastic. I feel like we have so much to talk about. Whitney was just telling me about Durag Fest. So I need some details. What is Durag Fest?
I discovered this a year ago, that there's an entire festival, I believe it's in North Carolina, where people wear and celebrate the history, the current fashionable piece that the do-rag is. And it's the most extravagant do-rags I've ever seen. It's things with like trains. Oh. It's bridal do-rags. It's corporate-ish do-rags.
I'm here
great
for all of these things.
Hood-ass do-rags. It is so black and so innovative and so ghetto and so classy, and it's everything that we are.
I want
rolled up into a do-rag festival. So
I want these things.
I want to go.
I've been telling everyone. People think I'm joking when I say that I sleep in a Bow Wow do-rag, a red suede-ish Bow Wow do-rag. I wrap my hair, I put it up, I pin it.
For the suede, though.
But so the funny thing is, people laugh, and it's like, all right, Rita, you've taken your gay to higher heights with this do-rag. But
I don't find a problem.
The young ladies who wrap their hair at night, and you put your scarf on, and you put your bonnet over your scarf, and they both slip off in the morning, get yourself a good Bow Wow do-rag. They're very inexpensive. You can find them at any hair store. Your scarf or do-rag rather will not fall off. Your wrap comes out luxurious. It holds in the moisture. Y'all sleep on Sean Moss and his products.
You should shaking that hair.
Listen, baby.
Yes. Look at you.
It keeps it together.
With your good press and your hoop earrings. Come on, starting your black.
I try black as hell. This is about to be my blackest year ever. Yes. I need y'all to know.
So funny.
We gotta get into there's so much. A lot of listen. Well, first, let me start by saying Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
To everybody out there.
But Jonathan Majors.
Did you see the people on the internet are calling it Jonathan Majors weekend?
I hate y'all so much. They should never give you niggas the internet. I swear. Swear. They should never give it to you because y'all don't know how to act. Whenever Black Twitter unites, whenever we stop with our silos and who's gonna make whose plates and who gonna pay the bills and half and all that bullshit. When we finally get together on one accord, we shake tables. We shake tables.
To the person who said that Jonathan Majors probably reads letters from Birmingham jail when he climaxes. I pray that you have the 2024 that you deserve.
Goodbye, everybody. That's the end of the episode. I can't take it. My face is all pink.
Possessions you people to say and do the things that you say, but baby, I am entertained.
No, did you see the video? It was the video clip of Will Smith yelling, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth." It's MLK in heaven right now.
Why are you
obsessed? Obsession.
Oh,
and then
God.
Are we allowed to jump in, or did you want to touch on some other things first?
No, go ahead. We can jump right on there.
Because I'm rude. Jonathan Methuselah Majors. I don't understand. Oh, I killed my co-host. Oh wait, she can't breathe. You okay? I love you.
All of America is sick right now. Don't make me laugh too hard.
All of America is sick. Golly. Whew, you're right. All right, we'll go. I'm gonna try to temper it. I'm gonna try to temper it.
We got this. Let's do it.
Jonathan Majors, why do you keep trying to reduce the Coretta Scott King to a sidekick with a pretty face?
Come on, somebody.
Do you know that we wouldn't know or have half of the things that we know and celebrate? about the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King without the contributions of Coretta Scott King. Do you know that I just found this out, she organized 800 different civic and local and religious and government organizations, not government organizations, but groups. She organized all these groups to help sponsor the 20th March on Washington. She has talked to presidents and prime ministers. She has been in the room with the biggest names that you can mention. She has been an advisor of so many different
Of
people.
so many people.
And she's a baddie who could sing and play instruments.
and had a very steady singing career before Martin went and started doing all his foolishness.
A good listen, okay. A sister was talented and gifted and smart and sharp.
And to be reduced to a powerful man or an influential man's wife is
the misogyny screams. The misogyny screams. And then I have a problem with you wanting a Coretta. There's nothing wrong with wanting someone to hold you down. There's nothing wrong with wanting someone of that caliber, if that's what you're saying. Like, I want someone who is as accomplished. You're not gonna find it. I want someone who is accomplished. I want someone who is as dedicated, who is as passionate about what she believes. If that's what you're essentially saying, then I can get behind what you're saying. You're not gonna find it. But also, I want you to bring yourself down a little bit, because you want a Coretta when you're not Martin.
Yeah. Okay.
You also want a Coretta when you're not married. Y'all be wanting.
Let's put Martin to the side for a second. Let's start with the other MAR. Married.
Y'all be wanting people with wife duties, but not be wanting to fulfill husbandly duties. So, sir, like, can we just be real? Like, can we just be honest? Like, who are you committing to? Like, I know it's not Megan. It's not Megan. Like, I feel so bad. I feel like Megan's there because she feels bad because she was the one that was on the phone texting when Grace Jabari, the white lady with the black name, she does have a black name. I'm sorry, I heard Jabari and I said, "Oh no,
is that her real name?" Listen, I didn't like it. I still don't like it. Jabari.
I'm not here to talk about people's lineage or anything like that. I was just
Jabari. Where did it come from?
And then she looked like she looked like one of the girls off of Two Broke Girls. The blonde one. You can't unsee it.
I can't
unsee it. You cannot unsee
it. I cannot unsee it. She does.
But I'm not making fun of her. I have ADHD, and so my thoughts go like this. I thought I'd give you like a brief glimpse into my world. It is never funny to experience any type of violence, type of harm. That's not funny. But Jabari, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. And looking like one of the Two Broke Girls. Shout out to that show, because that show used to crack me up. Wildly inappropriate. Used to crack me up.
Very, very funny.
Okay. What else was I gonna yell at him about? Yeah. What is the I want to talk about either the inflated ego or the sense of martyrdom that one has to want their partner to be the wife of this civil rights leader who, for all his faults and for all his glory, did the best he could with the 39 years that he had on this life. Jonathan Majors, you at 34, at best, were a great entertainer.
At best. And past tense. What's right now?
I forgot. I got to turn that off. Apple products, when you like do certain things, like little stuff just like sort of happens. Yeah, it's just I found that out during a meeting.
I have to set these features in place. That's pretty cool.
I didn't. My baby probably did something. I know she probably pushed the button on Mama's phone. Okay. I know she did.
There's confetti and balloons, and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
I love it.
Sorry, back to the topic.
No. I'll say this about Jonathan Majors. Pumpkin spice, everything nice. Whitney has the best.
Don't read my mugs. My nieces gave me it's a Hello Kitty. That's why they got it for me. They know I don't like pumpkin spice because I feel like pumpkin spice is a way too
gentrified sweet potato, but that's just my thing.
We need to talk
Well,
about the sweet
we're
potato.
we're not
Justice for the sweet potato.
we're not gonna go there. I
Mm-mm.
About Jonathan Majors. I watched his little Good Morning America.
You watched it?
I did. I was coming off vacation. I was trying to get back into the world because
My
I had
goodness.
been on a ship for 9 days and did not know what was going on.
Sounds blissful.
It's like stepping out of a paradise cave. But I watched it.
I'm kind of jealous of you.
Oh, don't be.
Not actually jealous. You know, I
Don't
want
be.
that for you. I want you to have your rest. I love that you're a globe-trotting gal. I love
Thank
that
you.
for you. I love that your passports have stamps. I love that.
needed I definitely needed some time away. But I watched the interview and I'm like,
Hmm.
was this supposed to move the needle one way or another? Because it didn't. I what I've gathered from this is that you were in the back seat
Oh,
with a
yep.
white woman that you were cheating on. And
Not not the
in
hard
the
age.
in that back seat, that white woman discovered that you were cheating on her. And when she went to grab for your phone, you handled it in a way that was not ideal.
No.
And I'm sure she slapped and hit and
Oh, I'm
scratched you.
certain
I'm
she beat you.
100%
I'm
sure of
certain.
that.
100%.
How's ever? When you live a certain way, you have to live a certain way. That's what my grandma used to say. You want to be a cheater, you want to be dishonest, you
Mm-hmm.
want text messages from Megan Good or
Say it.
whoever saying they can't wait
Say
to
it. That
kiss
you called
those.
Cleopatra. This is weird. You're weird. You're just strange. I thought it was just a quirky thing. I thought it was just a quirky thing. You put this woman in your phone as Cleopatra.
This man does some foul and nasty, weird shit. Yeah, that's weird. Cleopatra,
I feel like I want to take every nice thing I said back.
that's your man. That's
Ain't
your
not
that's
anymore. No,
that's
child. He's for the
your
street.
definitely for the gutters,
He's for
for the
the
back
sewers.
alleys and the thoroughfares. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think it moved the needle anyway, other than giving us a realistic glimpse of you were cheating on that woman. She got
Mm-hmm.
upset with you, and when she got upset with you, you retaliated in a way that you thought was defensive. But
I don't think he has anybody good on his team because his
no, but
lawyer let those text messages into play first of all, which I'm personally glad because now I have a further insight
into to
on to who you
why,
are.
right?
But a good lawyer would have never have even
No,
opened the door. So you have a crappy lawyer to begin with. That was the first thing. You were robbed. Second thing, um, you don't have a good publicist because no good publicist is going to put you on Good Morning America to let you tell your story right now. Not right now.
not after you've been freshly convicted and not
Mm,
sentenced yet.
mm-mm. The next story we would have seen is a contrite, just downtrodden. Like he makes a his first post on social media because he don't have it. His first post on social media is this just contrite like letter with like black background and white letters talking about like how he has he has struggled and his demons have been aired out to the world and this is not the person that he wants to be but this is the person that he is and that he is willing and able to do the work that he needs to be restored not just for Hollywood but just as a human being. I want to connect as a human being. What people would eat that, you know, they would eat that up. I'm
You
gonna
know
write it.
what? They
I'm not gonna write
they
it. I'm
they
not gonna lie to you.
would they would if he had done it that way. But
I wish he
this
would have, because the sit downs need to be after you did the work.
right.
Because then people want to see how far you've come. All we found out is, oh no, you did that shit.
You did that shit.
You
You
did
did that
everything
shit.
that she said that you did.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You did that shit. They asked you, did the interviewer, and heaven forbid, because I don't remember her name, asked him directly. This young lady has a scratch behind her ear and she
Mhm.
has an injured finger. And everything that you have said and
Mhm.
suggested is that there was and some sort of altercation in that car because
Yeah.
you admitted that she reached for your phone and you admitted that she hit and struck you trying to get the phone. So
Mhm.
in the midst of that, you remember her seeing the text message. You remember her
Mhm.
reaching for your phone. You
Right.
remember being scratched, but you
Right.
don't remember how this girl got this 1 inch
Broken finger.
laceration and a injured finger. You can remember everything. It makes you look. I don't know anything about PR. My wonderful, illustrious co-host has
You
far
are
better
hilarious.
skills in that
You are
department.
hilarious.
But I do know that if you remember everything except the part where the white woman got injured, you look crazy.
You do.
You look,
Especially being a
it looks
Negro in America,
bad.
you need to remember every single detail.
She
All of them.
asked him directly, how did she get these injuries? And it was, I wish to God I knew.
Did you blank out? Is that what you're saying? Did you black out?
That don't bode
That don't
well.
sound that don't no, that don't sound good either. This is
Don't,
why I said don't do sit downs until you did the work
right.
and have a good publicist that actually where y'all find these bargain basement people? Like you are a multi-million-dollar star whose career is on the line. Um now I hate to say this. I hate to say this. I, as a person who is I would consider myself a domestic abuse advocate. Like I'm here for the people. Um, he's gonna have a career again if he does the right things, y'all.
It will,
He
if he
will.
does the right things, but I don't think he's
And then
committed to doing the right things.
I'm not so sure. You lay a hand on Megan,
Oh, please don't.
and I promise you, the only people who be coming to see your movies, it won't be black women. Let me put it like that.
It won't be.
It won't be black women. Black women will shan't. We
Y'all,
shan't.
s-
I'm
y'all,
not.
s- y'all see how the collective cousins came together for Kiki and just dragged that funny looking man with the baby
Darius,
doll hair.
all he had to do was be a good sitter.
That's
That's all he had to do.
nanny
Y'all
daddy.
need to study at the school of Stedman. And I keep telling you this. Stedman is over there, wealthy and handsome,
Well,
looking
and
dapper
tall,
as he wants to.
wealthy, handsome, and
We
tall.
don't know shit about Stedman.
I don't know Stedman's last name.
I don't know Stedman's last name.
Don't know nothing about where he
His
been,
birthday,
where
nothing,
he
nothing.
going.
No,
I ain't seen him on Instagram.
we know that he be with Oprah.
Oprah. Sometimes he be standing between Oprah and Gail.
That's it.
That's
Looking like stairs. Looking like a tree.
y'all get these great opportunities and just throw them
Kiki keeps
away.
a
But
check. Kiki keeps a check. You were a baby's father to Kiki keeps a check. Palmer. And you had the audacity to put your hands on that woman on any other way other than love?
the men folk are, I always say, I don't come here to bash the men folk, but I would like
I
to have a
do.
conversation with y'all because what is happening?
Listen, me and my husband, I, we call it the kitchen corner conversations because we talk way in the corner so our baby can't hear because she's usually asleep in her room and I get a little loud. So we go way in the corner.
Way over there in the
And I'm
corner.
like, what's going on with your people? Did you call the meeting? Did you call the meeting? I told you to call the meeting because all y'all good ones need to rally. Because listen, the PR that is happening around y'all,
It's
men,
not, it's not looking good right now.
it's not looking good. Not.
I have been inundated with a lot of foolishness on the internet since returning from vacation.
I wouldn't have even
Uh,
told you to go look.
no, it's all good. I saw the Cat Williams thing and oh baby, I laughed. I'm sure
I
just
didn't
like
watch the whole thing. The
I
whole
did.
father.
Oh, I did. I watched it in the airport for my very long wait, and it was entertaining. Cat Williams is funny. I wish that man all the best. I didn't know comedians had beef, but I do now, and it has been very interesting to watch. I came out from vacation, and then I saw that what's that young lady who had her mother killed? I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Oh, what's that girl's name? The Grace something Grace.
I don't know. That's sad.
There's a lot of Graces on here.
That's how
Rose something.
I don't know. I should
I
look
don't
her up.
remember.
I know she's
It's
on a
none of my
press
black
tour.
business,
She's on a I killed my mother press tour.
which is wild,
I,
wild, wild.
there's a lot going on at the top of the year. I gotta get my bingo card together. I got my
I threw
bingo.
mine out. I said, you know what? Fuck. That was the short thing. Threw it out the window. I said, you know what? After a few years of this, I give up. I'm not playing bingo anymore. We're playing Jumanji at this point.
At this point,
This is
everybody just
Jumanji.
yell Jumanji. It is.
Mhm.
It's wild. It's been a wild. It's been a wild. Just a few short days. Apparently.
Anyone have any killer whale news?
No, but
They've been real quiet the last few weeks.
They're on vacation. They were celebrating their holidays. I'm sure they'll
That's
get
good.
back to their foolishness. You know what I did see?
What did you see?
Let me tell you, I'm about to have a real gay moment. So
Let me
just
hear it.
bear with me.
Let me hear it.
What I did see scrolling through, we are just way off script here. But what I did,
Girl,
it's fine.
we get on here to kiki.
What I did see is the unmatched, the unmutable Kelly Rowland, just being fine. She didn't do nothing but take pictures at her husband's birthday party.
It's so
I
beautiful.
didn't think it was possible for her to get any finer. But every fucking time
I'm sure in
her pretty
person,
ass comes across my screen,
I'm sure in person it's probably so intense that the lenses can't possibly capture it.
I would probably cry.
So as lenses get better with time, they just keep capturing like a little bit
Baby,
closer. That woman just
it's just,
you ever look at somebody and I'm straight, I promise, a little bit. You ever look at somebody and think like, I know you smell good. Like I know if I get a hug, if I get a good hug, I know that you smell like wealth and something of the diaspora. I know it. I feel it down in my
just,
soul that if I get a good hug, I'm gonna come away smelling amazing. Like I just know you smell good.
I just feel
There you
like
go. Mhm.
I, it's just not fair. It's when they say top two prettiest women and she not two.
Not to.
I asked my wife, I said, I can't think of a single Kelly Rowland flaw. There is not one flaw. My wife was able to come up with one, and she said it's that she likes men. And I was like,
Well,
there's
that's the
that, but that's
flaw a
it.
lot of us have.
But that's it. But
Remember, you can't choose your
you
sexuality.
can't, you don't get to pick it. But
We don't get to
damn,
pick it.
she is just, oh my God. They when they say fine as frog hair split four ways, that lady
That is
is,
a funny phrase. I didn't hear the back part of that before.
yeah, fine as frog hair split four ways. She
That's
is
funny.
just chocolatey and beautiful. And I love her. And again, she didn't do nothing. She just went to her husband's birthday party, but then we get blessed with the pictures. I heard her and Beyonce and Michelle sang happy birthday to that man.
I heard they did together, and people were very upset about that. They're like, they be singing without us. I just know it, and I'm like,
They,
y'all, they are friends in real life. They probably just be chilling and just bust out in song. That's none of our business. It's okay
they
to exist without you.
it's our business.
It's
Y'all
not our business.
no, if y'all gonna sing without us, sing in the studio. Get a microphone there.
They're
It's
not gonna
not
sing without.
it
I promise you, they sing and they do all kinds of things without us. It's
we
probably
can't get one
all kind of
EP,
crazy.
just
Nope.
one. No, we don't
You know
deserve.
what's gonna happen? It's gonna be at the most random time. You remember when Beyonce just dropped Beyonce? She just dropped
Listen,
it.
let me tell you something. That was before like Apple Music and Spotify had like these constant
Hmm.
streaming services. It dropped at midnight. And when I say I've never spent $17 so fast in my life buying my digital copy of that Beyonce album. I was
Hmm.
on Twitter and they were like, Beyonce just dropped the album. I broke my damn thumbs downloading that album. If they did, just give us the tour, ladies.
What a time. What a
Give
time.
us the tour.
Get them all together. Get them all, except for the one who like had the luggage issue.
You can't come.
You
Sorry.
can't come. The other ones though, they can come.
Everybody else can come. Give us the
Everybody else can
reunion
come.
tour.
Yeah.
Whitney, it, on this illustrious and wonderful Martin Luther King Day, what have you been listening to?
Oh girl, did I tell you I got to see Samara Joy?
Bitch. I mean, I'm sorry. No, you did not.
This became a
What?
phone call real quick, not a podcast. It was a random surprise from the Kimmel Center. They sent me
Mm.
tickets to go see Samara Joy.
Oh,
And
no.
that voice is more beautiful in person than it is on any recording. On any recording. We about she was singing Christmas songs and she a good Christian. So you know
Uh-huh.
they got like there was an organ.
Oh, oh,
That's what I meant.
they
That's
weren't
what I
fucking
meant.
around.
No. And then she had her family come sing with her. It's like her dad, her
Oh.
cousins. They came and sang. They all of these people in her family.
They like
Every
the
single
Winans and the
She
Houston.
brought her grandfather who is 90 something years old.
Ooh.
And he sang It Is Well on the stage. Earl
And I would
about
have
tore up the
wept.
whole
I would have
Earl,
wept.
he about tore up all the people. It's all these black people in here. And listen, standing up, the white people are so confused. They don't know what is happening.
Just enjoy the cultural moment.
Listen,
Just sit
be
and
glad
observe.
that you're in the room, okay?
Okay.
Because you have no idea what's going on right now. But this is a cultural experience right now. She said she's not talking to y'all. She said she's talking to the black Christians in the room, of which there were many.
Of
Because listen, there was hollering.
and hooting going on in the name of the Lord, I'm
I'm like, they're
sure.
gonna tear up all these good people's seats. And she's got a show in like 3 hours. Another one.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
She's very talented, beautiful young lady and a
yeah.
beautiful voice.
She's so sweet. All her people are from Philly. She's from New York, but all
Oh
her people
wow.
are from Philly and live in Philly.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
See, now I gotta go meet her cousin so that I can meet her one day. Oh, you just okay. So yeah, no, I got nothing to top that. That sounds like an experience. I saw that you saw Ain't Too Proud, and we gonna discuss that because I gotta get tickets to that. My wife don't know,
Go,
but we going to see a
go,
show this weekend.
go.
Um, I have been listening to, and I think I mentioned this on this podcast before, but Janelle Monáe's last album has a song featuring Nia Long and Amaarae called The Rush. And it is one of the sexier songs that has come out in the last 6 to 7 months. I love that song. I can't stop listening to it.
Janelle Monáe is a siren.
Let me okay, did you see the video with her? Who
If
is
you say all them other people that are also sirens, I'm
Teyana
leaving.
Teyana Taylor and what is it? Victoria Monet?
They're all sirens, all of them. That's why they're all friends. They all
I'm
know what they're doing to us.
not trying to be perverse
They're
in
going
any
to
sort
lure
of
us
way.
into the ocean. I promise you, they're going to lure us into the ocean. They're
I
all
would
sirens.
I would go happily and I would pay. I would pay. You could have my retirement just to watch them three women in a room for 17 minutes.
You are hilarious. but
I am speaking from the epitome of my truth
I
and
feel
soul.
that you are. I'm like, she's
Baby,
not lying.
baby.
I
I,
saw the video and I said, I'm straight. That was the problem. Because I kept going like, I'm, but I'm straight.
I love the
Right?
I love the straight women's reactions on Twitter to that video because everybody was like, I have watched this video 17 times. How many times do I have to watch it before I have to change my orientation?
Right.
It's not you, and you're still who you are. It's them. Like you said, they are the sirens. These
Each one of
women,
them. Mhm.
they, I don't,
Megan Thee Stallion is definitely a siren too. I don't know
she
if she's like
is.
a new initiate, but like there was a video of her with Victoria Monet, and she made Victoria Monet drive the boat,
Yeah,
and she did this little motion where like because she was pouring the liquor in Victoria Monet's mouth, and Victoria Monet she did a good job. Megan took her cheeks and went like a little squeeze, and I was like, "You're a top." That's what I was like,
just from
"Wait."
that one gesture.
That
The
one tiny gesture, just like that little good job squeeze. And I said, "You're a top. You
I
give me
know the
top
energy.
energy. I could
I
tell. I'm
Megan does
scared.
give big top energy, and you know who else does? Janelle Monae little ass. She
I feel
gives
like she's definitely 100% a top.
give you some versatility, but yeah, the all of the energy is there. I was like, you know what? Whatever it costs to be there, whatever I'd have to sacrifice and give up, I'm going.
Like
I'm going.
every time there's a Tiana video that pops up on my feed, I just sit and watch. I was like, okay, what is this beautiful human doing? I'm like, how are you this unnaturally like you're you, Kelly Roll, all of these people are sirens. They're all gonna
They
drag us
all
into the ocean. That's what's
listen,
happening. We're all
and
getting and that's why the sea levels are rising. It's the sirens. And
I
the whales, I'm putting it all together.
I'm going willingly. I want to be. I would. I am the Little
He
Mermaid
said bloop
now.
bloop.
I end up okay. And listen, and now I live here in the ocean with the jellyfish. It's
I'm
fine.
very confused.
Teyana Taylor is like my fashion icon. She does tomboy chic.
Oh my God.
better than anyone else on this planet.
Your
She's
favorite
just,
stud could never.
I said that. I said that. I was like, studs live and die to dress like this woman. And she's
Mm-hmm.
just so casual about it and so cute and still so feminine. The energy, I'm
And then she
sorry.
puts on a dress.
It still just looks so,
Otherworldly
it's not
is
fair.
not even like enough of a word to encompass how beautiful that person is.
Gorgeous. All of them.
Stunning.
I don't
Stunning
I
people.
don't know how they were all allowed to be in the same room, but
In the same time frame. This is dangerous.
on the same plate. Listen,
At the same time as COVID's running the streets. Listen, this is dangerous for humanity.
I didn't mean to be this gay, but here I am. I'm sorry. They are absolutely
You're fine.
gorgeous. Are there some people you would like to cuss out?
Is there? So first, I'm gonna cuss out my back because
Okay.
here's what happened. Hello, friends. You might be hearing me having some breathing troubles. I promise you, it's not my lungs. I promise you, because I've been checked out. I'm fine. And I thought it was because I'm a little top heavy. After having a baby, your body does all kind of funny things, and your girl decided, you remember in The Grinch where his heart grew 3 sizes?
Yes.
And that's me after I had that baby. And I said, oh, I'm none of the bronze fit anymore.
As
And
you adjust your
my
bra.
husband's going like Birdman.
Right.
It's bad. It's
I mean,
bad.
it's all blessings for him. It's
For
all
him,
blessings.
he don't have to carry them around. But
He
also,
can help.
you
I'm
sound
sorry.
like him. You
Okay, I'm
sound like
sorry.
him.
I apologize.
He will be so excited that you gave him that affirmation. Your friend said,
I
get
did.
off me.
Unhand me.
Unhand me. Yes.
Hand me.
Turn me loose.
Turn me loose. Let me go.
But I slept like a rag doll. You remember in Toy Story where they were like, Andy's coming, all the dolls will fall out.
Yes.
That's how I sleep because I quite literally fall asleep.
Sleep. Okay.
Yes. Just fall out. I'll be in the middle of doing stuff and I'm like, it's time to sleep. Put the phone aside. Andy's coming. So I guess I fell asleep in a weird way, and now my back is punishing me for it, but it's right behind my lungs,
Oh.
like where the pain
So
is. It's
breathing
muscular.
hurts?
So when I sigh a lot, and I didn't realize how much I sigh. Well, I'm a Black woman living in America. Of course, I sigh a lot. Look, I'm doing it now. So if you hear me struggling, that's me because my lungs are trying to expand, but my back and all the muscles in there are
I
just
can
saying,
see you concentrating on not crying. I can
I'm
see it.
trying. My eyes are watering. I want to sigh so much.
I see it. I see it happening.
Um, to anyone who is saying that South Africa is now the legal arm of Hamas, I want to give you a hearty middle finger. So, for those who are unfamiliar, God bless you. Um, after South Africa did its thing, did the damn thing with the
The
opening
big thing.
arguments, okay? With the opening arguments towards their case in the UN against the human rights violations Israel is committing against the people of Gaza. A whole bunch of Israeli leadership forces and things like that are saying that South
South Africa.
Africa,
The south of the continent of Africa.
the south part,
The south part.
the bottom where they at, is now the legal arm of Hamas. And to anyone who is missing what that means and what they're essentially saying is that you cannot say that there are human rights violations that we are committing, despite the fact that we are dropping white phosphorus and bombing multiple countries, Lebanon and Yemen and all these other places. You can, it's the death toll is rising. There's indiscriminate bombing left and right. You cannot call those things out without being Hamas.
You can't.
You can't. And so I'm like, at this point, y'all have to see that they're not going to stop until somebody stops them. Because now they could be militarized to go and harass South Africa. Do you see how this is a problem?
That's
now the whole world is dragged into it. Because let me tell you something. The way them folks The way them folks are coming out of the woodwork to go join Israeli forces to literally bomb a city that's majority children, to displace millions of people, like over 1.5 million people displaced, a whole entire population starving. They can't even collect damn rainwater.
At
Did you know
what?
that?
It's illegal. It's illegal to
They
collect
can't have guitars. They can't
rainwater.
have music over there.
It's
Wild.
it's wild. I see a book behind Whitney. We haven't released video of this podcast yet, but it
We
is
have not.
coming very soon,
Yes.
as in this season. And
Yes.
there's a book behind Whitney called Cast, and I had the opportunity
Oh,
to
what a
read
good
it.
book.
I finished it last week, right
Hmm.
after the new year,
You're brilliant.
and oh, thank you.
You're
You're so kind.
welcome.
But it's very interesting to be reading that book and then seeing the news that's coming out of Gaza and a lot of the things like the inability to collect rainwater, the inability to,
Hmm.
you know, own or have instruments. And these are all of the
Hmm.
same things, the parallels that were drawn in Nazi Germany
Hmm.
before people were being kidnapped from
Say
their
it.
homes
Say it.
and sent off to concentration camps. And I'm
Say
not
it.
trying to draw a careless comparison,
It's not
but
careless.
what would be the motivation behind preventing people from collecting rainwater? You don't
Rainwater.
own rain. You
Rainwater.
cannot own or monopolize or like militarize
Rain.
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 Rain?
Rain.
Instruments? Music?
Rain.
But
Water.
it's very weird. For anyone who is interested in seeing the parallels between the American segregation, Jim Crow, Nazi Germany, and the Indian caste, I highly recommend you read this book.
Hmm.
I learned quite a bit, but
Hmm.
it was very interesting to be reading that book and also seeing like the news
Hmm.
coverage. And yes, I understand
Hmm.
Hamas did something awful horrible, but at what point do you call
Terrible.
it a victory? Because you're attacking civilians now. What else do you stand to gain? What's the end goal? I'm
You've obliterated Gaza. They have nothing to return to. Their infrastructure, what the little infrastructure they had is gone.
it
Like you bombed churches, you bombed mosques, and you remember in the tip top of this when there was that whole thing about like, oh, they bombed the hospital, and everyone's like, no, they didn't bomb the hospital. At this point, there's multiple hospitals that they've bombed.
multiple.
Multiple hospitals that they've bombed. I've seen horrific things that I don't even want to express on this show. Oh, they will haunt me for the rest of my life. And you can't look at that and say that Israel has the right to defend themselves because doesn't Gaza? Don't the people
Who
of
are
Gaza?
they defending themselves against at this point?
Who are like? Are we all
Who's the
Hamas?
enemy?
Are we all Hamas? Is that what you're saying? Like anyone who just says that's enough, that's too much, this is too high of a cost to pay. At what point do we just stop?
And you're not harming your enemy, who is the terrorist group Hamas. That's yes, you've leveled cities, you leveled towns, you leveled communities, and Hamas was in none of these
None of them,
places.
none of those places.
I,
NICUs, NICUs were the babies, Hamas.
I, it just it's baffling. But we're going to take a really quick break, just to break the tone of this just a little bit, and we
Yes,
will
we gotta get
be
back to laughter.
right back after we beg y'all for some letters, and we have a good one today, Whitney.
Oh Lord.
We'll be back in a second. We always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you have a problematic question or story, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 267-225-4648. Again, that's 267-225-4648. Standard messaging rates apply. We love to hear from you. Now let's get into today's problematic letters. And we're back.
We talk about Black women and self-care and caring for ourselves and things like that. And Marita said something really, really impactful just now. I'm going to butcher it, friend. What did you just say?
Which part? Well, I was telling Whitney that I'm working on being more intentional about being a well-balanced person, meaning taking an inventory of my own mental health and my own feelings and taking care of myself, but still existing in the world. Not, a lot of people kind of retreat when they need to take care of themselves. I still need to be a citizen of the world. I still need to advocate for the things I want to advocate for, but I also need to take care of myself. And I was simply telling Whitney that I admire her ability to give of herself to her audience and to the people who follow her and to her family and also to herself. You are the well-balanced adult that
Ah.
I aspire to be.
And so I said that I since you're my friend and this is a safe space,
It is.
I'm going to say that I have embraced the idea of not being able to have it all.
Oh.
And it has been quite freeing to me because one of the things that we teach our girls specifically is that you can have it all. You
Mm-hmm.
can have the family, you can have the career, you can have the goals and the aspirations, you can have this, you can have that. And I've embraced this idea of, I think Ava DuVernay said it, or it was Shonda Rhimes, I believe. Shonda Rhimes said, you know, if I'm going to be a good writer, sometimes that means I'm not a good parent.
Yes.
I'm so focused on what I'm writing. And if I'm being a good parent, that means I'm not being a good boss because I'm focused on my children, I'm not focused on the business. And the way she broke it down much more eloquently than I can right now, but it's this idea of focusing on the one thing that's in front of you at a time. And I have made a very passionate goal. I will not call it a resolution because it's not going away with this year. An intention, to be more focused on the people in front of me as opposed to what's going on my phone. I
Mm-hmm.
know that sometimes I find myself in my phone, and my 3-year-old now, I shout out to whatever we've done to make her feel this way. She's very vocal and she has a lot of
Oh.
opinions. And one morning, Earl was checking with somebody, and I was texting someone back, but we were all at the breakfast table. And she's eating her breakfast. She looked up and she goes, "Hey, put those phones down." And Earl,
Oh.
we both like froze, like, and we looked at each other like, "Oh no, we both have our phones." And like,
Mm-hmm.
what does this mean? And what does this say to our baby? We're supposed to be
Right.
spending time together. Like a lot of families don't get a chance to sit and eat breakfast at the breakfast table like we do. And we're like blessed with that we can have breakfasts and dinners and do all these things together. Um, but like when you said what you said, I just I want to be really open and honest about that has been very much a struggle, maintaining these accounts, maintaining these communities that God has blessed me with. Like this is a blessing, but it is also a responsibility that I take seriously. I'm not here to joke or play with people, especially with the topics I'm talking about. It'd be different if I was talking about, cute recipes that you could make for like, that stuff is adorable.
Right.
Or if I was talking about, fashion, because fashion is fun and I love fashion. That's one of the things I want to
You
actually.
are a very
I
fashionable
oh,
woman.
I
You really
love
are.
fashion so much. I love clothes. I mostly love bags and shoes and accessories. Like you can give like a bare basic outfit all the flair you want with just those things. But anyway, I say all that to say that I'm trying to be more intentional about being present and especially with that little girl. So I thank you for what you said. Um, that means I'm promoting it right, but I want to live it right. So
You're doing a great job, friend.
thanks, friend.
Oh, you're welcome. We're not gonna be all mushy. Oh, we do
Don't be
have.
mushy. I'm gonna cry in my coffee.
Don't cry in your coffee. We're not doing that today. We're not going to be the crying girls
We're not
in
gonna be the crying
coffee.
girls. Not on this here podcast.
Not on this here podcast.
Not
I
this
do.
one.
I have a problematic person. Oh my God. Oh, okay. That was
Crisis
interesting.
averted.
Yes, crisis averted. We're back. I was about to cuss somebody out.
I want to
Lord.
hear.
Oh, ah. Internet trolls. I have to say this.
Oh my God.
I simply want everyone to keep that same energy that they
Hmm.
have online in person. And this is not a personal me story, but I had a friend who got back into some back and forth on the internet recently. Let's not say recently, let's say over the summer. And had the opportunity to come across the person who had the lovely things to say on the internet. Again, in person. And the energy wasn't the same. if you're going to threaten people online,
Oh,
you gotta be
what a jump.
willing. You gotta be willing to keep that same energy in person, and then maybe not call the cops if that
The
energy.
cops.
Maybe not call the cops
You cowards.
if it doesn't go your way. I want people to just be better and more responsible and kinder. And if you're not about that life online, then in person, then don't be about that life online. That's it. That's my little quick tidbit. I have others, but we're not going to get into them because I do
You know
kind of
what?
want to get into this letter.
You know what? Can I say something briefly about
You
the trolls?
you
Having
absolutely
a
can.
little bit of experience with dealing with them,
Yes.
you don't feed them.
No, don't feed the
You
trolls.
starve the trolls. So if you don't think that you have the mental capacity to deal with the troll, block them. The best thing you
Oh.
can do is just block them, starve them. You got to starve a troll. Um, but if you are a troll like me, you you are a troll who likes to troll the trolls. If you are the bully who bullies the bullies, um, have some fun with those comments. Today, for example, I didn't make this post today. I made this post earlier where I was talking about Escambia County, who I also wanted to cuss out because they banned something like 1,600 books from their schools, including the 5 different dictionaries, 8 different encyclopedias,
What?
the Diary of Anne Frank, the biography of Thurgood Marshall, and Sojourner Truth.
She'll
Yeah,
do.
be black. Anywho,
Okay.
so a bunch of trolls came on and said, "Well, these aren't book bans because I can go into the store and buy these books." You're lying. I said
Okay.
Escambia County School District. The article behind me, Escambia County School District. Me talking, Escambia County School District. The caption, Escambia County School District. It's like those people who
Can't
like
read.
you said, well, or have any listening interpretation. It's like those people who like you say, I'm going to be selling blueberry pies from 12 to 5 on Saturday at 5th and Main Street. Well, do you have any apple pies?
What
Well,
time you gonna be selling them?
can I get my pie at 7 p.m.? Where's the street that you're selling it at? What's a blueberry? It's those people.
It got to be.
It's those people. And it's like they all came on and like, you're lying, you're lying. I'm like, okay, so NBC is lying and Pen America, that's a literary advocacy group, is lying.
Yeah.
All of these people, we're all lying. Sure. Okay.
Everybody
Well, you
conspired to
said that
lie.
they were banned, but I can go into the library right now. I said school district. I said where this was happening. But it's like this is why I think the trolls have multiple accounts because it's the same argument that keeps popping up in the comment section. And I'm like, y'all know when you comment these things, that does nothing but further the algorithm of the thing that I'm doing. So me making fun of you and your lack of listening comprehension skills, which is an actual issue, and you can actually get help for it if that's something that you're struggling with. But you're just trying to be on here to be an ass. So I get to be
Yes.
an ass back. You want to act the monkey? I'm gonna act the circus. And everyone who's watching is going to be entertained. I promise you. Listen, you want to bring the foolishness, I'm gonna bring the crazy. Okay,
Please. Do you want to act funny? We can get hilarious. We can.
hilarious quickly.
Um,
So, um, if you don't have the capacity to deal with trolls, just go ahead and block them. You starve them. But if you're a troll, like I'm a troll, have so much fun. My favorite are the trolls who come along and talk about like either my weight, because then I'm like, "Ooh, you're really obsessed with my body, huh? Like I'm occupying a lot of brain space
I
free in
mean,
your mind. Like I'm fine as hell." So I
it's
get
a
it.
nice body. It's
I
worth
get
obsessing
it.
over.
I get it. I get it. I get why you're like obsessing with me right now. You're getting hot in the collar. Um, they hate that. Ooh, they hate that. Ooh, it hurts their little feelings. They get all grr. But my favorite are the pro down people. Because I'm like, what did a part of speech ever do to you? Are you sitting there just like those adverbs?
I
Just,
fucking hate adjectives.
oh my gosh, a verb. Oh.
It's not a subject and a goddamn predicate. I'll be damned. What is wrong with you people?
Those prepositions be kicking y'all ass, and it's
Tearing
hilarious.
y'all up, baby.
Grammar, set off
Just
my grammar.
just miserable.
When I tell you I intentionally go out of my way, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm intentionally going out of my way to pick on a person who says something about a pronoun because I'm like, you're trying to be homophobic, and I get that. Like I understand that, but I'm making you say it out loud, and you don't
Yeah,
realize
because
it.
you just look dumb.
You
You
look
look dumb.
stupid. Just say you don't like the gays. Just say that, because then
It's
at least you won't be embarrassed by
right.
grammar,
Exactly.
girl.
And no one will think you failed ninth grade
They're
English.
sitting there like you have pronouns in your bio. I was like, you have pronouns in that sentence.
Yes. You see what you did there?
Try to talk without sentences. No, my favorite was the what was her name? Laverne Spicer, when she was like,
Yes.
Jesus never introduced himself using pronouns. It's literally someone went to a Bible verse and said, "I am he."
Literally. The pronouns. He introduced himself as the pronouns. Please do better, people. Please do better.
Or don't, because you're gonna get embarrassed.
Because you look goofy. I just,
Dumb. So,
oh, people wear
I'm
me
sorry.
out.
Let's get
Just,
back to what we were talking about.
we have a problematic letter, and she did provide her name. So,
Oh,
um, we won't have to do that. Are you ready for this? I think
never,
I think you're most
never
suited
ready.
to give because you're the more mature person. You can
That's not
give some
true.
good advice.
Not true.
All right. My name is Andrea and I'm a fan of the show and I would love some advice.
Hi,
I have a
Andrea.
strained relationship with my father, but now that he's in his 60s, he wants to be more involved with my life. I have 5 brothers and sisters on my dad's side, and they all want to give him a chance at being a dad. I'm 37, and I'm not willing to try right now because it brings up a lot of old wounds. Any advice on how to honor my pain and open up a bit more to my dad?
Hmm. First of all,
Therapy is a
hi.
good place to start.
That is great. That is a great place to start. Go ahead. Talk more about it.
So I'll say this anytime that we as adults, wounded adults, have to do anything that dredges up old wounds, old hurts. I think we owe it to ourselves to do it in a responsible therapeutic environment. That doesn't necessarily have to be under the care of a therapist, although I think that for me that is works best. That is what works best. If you
Mm-hmm.
have a mentor, if you have a family
Mm-hmm.
member, you have to be able to encounter these situations that bring up the wounds and then unload it somewhere. Otherwise, you carry it around, and it's not going to be good for the relationship that your father is trying to rebuild, and it's not going to be good for you. So, if
Right.
you're saying, I can't do this because it hurts, then your priority shouldn't be trying to do this through the hurt. It should be addressing the hurt,
The hurt.
addressing the
The
wound,
hurt.
and
Mm-hmm.
then constantly reevaluating, okay, am I comfortable enough? Have I settled this? Have I resolved this enough to focus on here? And you mentioned your brothers and sisters, take them out of it because
Right.
every sibling has an individual relationship with their parent
And their own motives.
and their own motives.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't even let that be a factor and don't let them influence you.
Mm-mm.
I don't encourage anybody to do anything that leaves them feeling worse off or hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you don't have a therapist or a counselor or a confidant, I would say start there.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I know that therapy has become like this buzzword solution, but what I found, my biggest win in therapy is that it gives me a place to actually put words to my feelings. It's
There you
easy to
go.
feel things, and a lot of times we break things down to sadness, happiness, or anger, which
Right.
are just very surface feelings because there are always other feelings below those feelings that
Right.
lead to anger.
That
Anger
part.
is like a cap
Yeah.
on several
Yeah.
other feelings.
Yeah.
Sadness is a cap on several other feelings, and even happiness is a cap on several other feelings,
Talk
whether
about
it
it.
be joy, relief, any
All
of
that.
those things. So yeah, that would be my advice, Andrea. Your father wanting to cultivate a relationship doesn't necessarily mean that you have to until you're ready. If you're 37 now and he just getting around to doing it, maybe it wasn't a priority to him then, and it might not be a priority to you now. That is completely and totally up to you as
And
a
that's
grown ass
fine.
woman to decide.
Yeah. That's totally fine. And you don't have to feel any pressure to do so. I want to echo everything Rita said. Everything Rita said. Um, I want you to take care of you first. I got to take care of me first, Lucius. Sorry. Sorry. Taraji lives in my head. Sometimes I just go, I got to put me first, Lucius. I got to put me first. But seriously, put yourself first. You've identified that you are wounded, and that is the first step. Now, what is the care plan for this wound? And not every care plan works. I know that Rita said that therapy is a buzzword, but therapy is so helpful,
Is
especially when you find an aligned therapist that will help you navigate, help you be your own guide through this thing. They're not going to do all the hand holding things that some folks will do, but they help you get to the bottom of what's bugging you.
you.
And that is vital. That is really incredible. And I think that that will be a helpful experience for you. Like Rita said, I'm dealing with this right now. So it's very, very interesting. I'm not the sibling that doesn't want the relationship. I'm one of the older ones who's just like, I've kind of resigned myself with my dad, whereas like my dad is going to be who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up to me to be who I'm going to be, because I've chosen to be consistent and but I've also chosen to be present. Um, and that can change, and that's my decision. That's up to you too. You can make the decision to be present, or you can make the decision to be absent. If the pain is too much, I never encourage anyone to work through pain. Like even
Mm-mm.
think about like working out when people are like, "Oh, you got to push through the pain." Nah, sometimes that pain is your body telling you, like, "Girl, no, put
No.
put the Pilates bar down because you're hurting yourself and you're gonna fuck up your back." Hide with me.
I hate you so much.
I'm sorry. I like to use myself as a joke and an example to tell people, hey, don't go where I've been.
Don't.
Don't trip where I tripped. Okay. I was about to say tripped. That is not a word,
Don't.
but you
Mm-mm.
get the point. You get
I
the
do.
point.
The point has been made.
I just, Andrea, I want you to make sure you're taking care of yourself. I want you to make sure that you're not influenced by anybody, but yourself. You don't owe a relationship to anyone. You don't owe anyone your space. You don't owe anyone your peace. And you can set those boundaries. And just because somebody wants a relationship with you doesn't mean they deserve it or it's entitled to them,
Right.
parent or not. You have to, especially parents, because some of the deepest wounds we have are from those people who helped raise us or didn't raise
Or
us.
didn't raise us.
Um, so I want to echo everything that Rita said so eloquently.
Oh, thank you. You made me sound so mature, but that's
You
not,
are.
girl. Okay.
I'm so proud of you and your journey.
Oh, thank you. That's because, therapy, which I will be hopping on in just a few short minutes.
You will.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. Please don't forget to send us your problematic letters or your
Please.
problematic questions. You can always text us at 267-225-4648. And happy Martin Luther King Day. I hope y'all are rested and
Yes.
don't let nobody get on y'all damn nerves this week.
Yes. Black people rest. White people go find something to do. It's a day.
Service.
It's a day of service for y'all. It's not a day of service for
Not
us.
for us. We're
No,
taking
we're
the
gonna
day off.
rest. Hmm.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.